I uninvited my family to my wedding because of what they wanted my husband to wear. I, 24 meters, am getting married to my fiancé, Sam, 23 meters. My mother's family, being traditional and religious, has struggled to accept that I'm marrying a man. They're having a hard time adjusting, but the reality is that I love him. Sam works as a model and often models clothes with a feminine flair. My family has seen his photos and joked that he's pretty enough to be a girl, which he used to brush off as a harmless joke. My grandfather generously offered to pay for our wedding suits, with the condition that he would have a say in their style. Sam and I went to select them on separate days. However, when I went to pick up the suits from my aunt's place, I immediately sensed something was off. My suit was as expected, but Sam's was white, and he had insisted on a black suit. The suit also looked too small for him. Sam isn't a large guy or anything, but this suit just looked far too small. When I confronted Sam, he seemed to just brush it off. I told him it looked too small and he looked slightly panicked, assuring me he'd take care of it. I suspected that Sam might have been pressured into choosing the white suit, as he often tries to please others. My suspicions were confirmed when I ended up looking up the suit online to see if I could order one in black, in the hope that if he liked it, we could refund my grandfather. As it turns out, they ordered a woman's suit for him. When I confronted Sam about it, he broke down. Apparently my grandfather had insisted on him playing the bride role in our wedding, wearing a white bridal suit. My aunt had been pressuring him to lose weight to fit into the suit, and he was told that the family would only accept him if he complied. Additionally, my granddad had been giving him feminine hair accessories and even suggested changing his engagement ring. What the actual frick? I was furious. Sam explained he didn't tell me earlier because he wanted to keep the peace, which upset me even more. In response, I uninvited my grandfather, aunt, and granddad from our wedding. When my mother learned about this, she was shocked and ashamed, but she suggested that their difficulty in adjusting to a same-sex wedding might warrant some leniency. My cousins even suggested that Sam should wear a dress, as he's accustomed to wearing feminine clothing. Guess what? I uninvited them as well. Sam's family supports my decision. My mother believes I overreacted by uninviting everyone who disagreed with us and thinks I should allow them to attend if they apologize to Sam. While I acknowledge that my reaction was strong, I don't feel I'm in the wrong. Sam's feelings and dignity are my priority, and I refuse to tolerate any disrespect towards him, especially regarding our wedding. Mini update. I thought I'd add some additional information to the story, which will probably mean you hate my family more. When I came out as bi, they held onto the attracted to women part only. I can remember one of them asking if Sam was trans because of the clothes he wore and I had to correct them. At this point I'm just assuming they're choosing not to educate themselves. My mom's definitely scared of treatment she'll receive from her family by accepting Sam and I. She's always been scared of her dad and uncle's opinions on her and they've been pressuring her to get me to reconsider. Those saying that Sam wasn't open enough to me by hiding what had happened, then listen to this. Our families have always had a go at each other and we were both worried about bringing them together. Sam and I are very open to each other, but this time Sam didn't want to bring it up because it was my family. We both do therapy individually, but I think couples therapy would potentially be good for us, especially after this. Anyway, the wedding is still on and my mom is still involved. Bring it on. Update 2. Sam and I reached a decision regarding my family's attendance at our wedding. We agreed that if they apologized to Sam directly, they would be welcome at the ceremony but not the reception. Sam was the one who suggested this compromise, and my mom supported it. In a show of incredible generosity, Sam's grandparents offered to pay for any suits we chose on our own, even covering the express shipping fees to ensure they would arrive on time. Most of my family members, except for my cousins, offered apologies to Sam. Of them, only my aunt seemed genuinely remorseful, particularly after we explained the terms of their attendance. I thought that would be it, but nope, it wasn't. We hit another major problem. We received a refund for our deposit from the reception venue, with the owners citing a double booking and an inability to host us, despite their policy allowing refunds up to the week of the event. The venue's website still showed our date as available, leading us to suspect foul play. My mom has been receiving non-stop texts from her brother that led us to believe that my uncle had influenced the venue's owners to cancel on us, likely out of spite for not being invited to the reception. Now, Sam and I are in a panic, as we're without a venue for our reception. We've been frantically searching for a last-minute alternative, given that everything else is booked and invitations have already been sent. It's an incredibly stressful and disheartening situation. I'll try to provide another update if we manage to resolve this issue. Update 3. It has been an absolute rollercoaster over here. My brother-in-law ended up calling to request the venue in his name, as everyone suggested, but it was in fact already rebooked. My mom also got a call saying her uncle sent in a higher deposit in his name, claiming he was covering the cost for us to compensate for a higher headcount. He was essentially dangling the venue over our heads in order for us to go back on our word for not having that side of the family at the reception. I'm not sure how any of that works and it seems incredibly unprofessional on the venue's part. Sam was willing to give in and just allow everyone to come at this point, mainly because we needed a venue and it was impossible to find a new one with such a short time frame. I was not, and given everyone's collective outrage, I had enough of them. They had abused Sam behind my back and insulted our relationship. They didn't deserve to celebrate our marriage. One of the groom's ladies came to the rescue and offered up her small property about 30 minutes from the original site. This was very kind of her and of course we accepted. We transformed this place into something that somewhat resembles a wedding venue 2 days leading up to it. It looked really good in the end. It had somewhat of a rustic woodsy vibe, which Sam and I actually really liked. In fact, we liked it so much that we decided to have the ceremony there as well. One of Sam's cousins was officiating in the original location, had a refundable deposit as well, so it would all work out. The wedding was perfect and the greatest day of my life. Despite the pitfalls, Sam and I had a truly fantastic day. I did not tell my mom's family about the change of plans. I told them that they could come to the reception, at the venue they paid for, and that I was so sorry for being disrespectful to them. They were not pleased when they realized we had switched venues for both events, and thankfully, were unable to get the new address. My uncle demanded we refund him for the deposit, which we obviously didn't. Sam and I blocked all of their numbers after sending them the early drafts of the wedding photos, which were edited so it looked as if I were wearing a dress just to piss them off. We've decided to go no contact with all of them, something that we probably should have done a long time ago. My siblings have as well and my mom is low contact. I still don't know why they chose to act the way they did, though some of their more creepy behaviors have come to light. Neither of us are willing to go into depth on everything my family has done, but needless to say, I am fine with never speaking to them ever again. Sam said in a few years, he's open to maybe seeing them at any potential family events. He's far too kind. We have decided though, that when kids come into the picture, they will not have any contact with these people. And before anyone asks, everyone at the wedding left the original venue a harsh review. Was it petty? Yes, but none of us care.